we are going over dupes, quads, and clusters. Dupes are pairs, so any two balloons tied together, that is a dupe. Quads are 4 balloons, which is 2 pairs either tied together or twisted together. And then clusters are 5 or more balloons tied together, twisted together, however you connect them. That is your cluster. So when you're inflating your balloons, you want to build in pairs first and then make quads and then make clusters. That's basically the best way, especially if you are transporting these balloons. You want to kind of wrap your head around how are you going to transport them, because transporting them in pairs may be easier than transporting them in quads or clusters. So just keep that in mind when you are inflating your balloons, but let's get started. I am making my dupes. I always start with my largest size and I always start with the largest sizes that I have of the same color and go down. So in the colors that we're using today, white, we have in 24 and 18. Another tip that you also want to get comfortable with is mixing sizes. Mixing sizes means that you are going to take, for instance, your 18-inch balloon and tie it to a 24-inch balloon. And then that'll be a mixed dupe of 2 sizes. So we do this to not only give dimension before you even put your garland together, but it also just helps in having a variation of sizes, and it makes your garland look a little better. So I like to put the larger balloon on the automatic inflator because that one will keep going and this one will stop as soon as you take the balloon off. So I like to keep that on the automatic one so then I can keep that one going after my smaller balloon is filled. So let's get started. Okay, so we have our 24-inch and we have our 18-inch. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did in the previous video, which is press down and release, rounds them out, and still, they're 2 different sizes. We're going to cross our arms. Now, when your hands, I like to cross my arms instead of trying to cross my hands. So I cross my arms first, then as my hands get closer, I will grab, each hand will grab the other neck, if that makes sense. So then I have a crisscross in the middle. So I'm gonna twist that, like that. And then take this neck at the bottom and we're just gonna tie it like a shoe, like a shoelace. Sorry. There. So I do it like that because it's to me it's simpler. If that's too hard for you, just stick to crossing the necks and you'll be fine. So let's continue. This is the 11 and 17. So same concept as the white, but we are going to obviously have, they're 2 smaller sizes, so it's not going to look as big, but they will be easier to tie together. Cross them. Boom. I feel like those are 2 different colors. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. Let's see. When you tie it like a shoe. Oh God. Tie it like a shoe. Put it in the hole. Now for our pale blue. So pale blue, we have the 11-inch and the 16-inch. Similar to the robin's egg, just a few seconds. And the bigger one's always on your automatic nozzle side. Oh my god. Oh, again. Like what the? Oh my gosh. Let's try that again. Look like different colors and they literally say the same thing. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't get it. Like they say the same thing on the bag, but they look like two different colors. I mean, is it me? Is it one darker? Oh my god. Okay. Well, hopefully you won't see that in the I don't know. They literally say the same thing on the bag. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. It's not a big deal. This is a teaching moment, so it's gonna keep going. After you get all your dupes made, then you want to go back and create your quads. So you can do this as you go along with each color, or you can just do all your dupes and then do all your quads and then do all your clusters. Whatever order you want to do it in, it's up to you. Take 3 dupes and make a cluster. So you can, like I said before, you can either twist them or tie them together. Tying them together entails just tying the necks. Twisting them is literally twisting the open space. So I like to do that because I feel like it pushes the balloons together a little more and makes them a little more sturdier. So what you're gonna do, it doesn't matter which one you have on top of your pair, you're just going to take your 2 pairs, cross them, and then only twist the top 2. So 1, 2, and then sometimes 3 for good measure, right? And then whichever one you wanna twist again with, you wanna hold on to that. So my hand is in here, in between, so I remember which one I want to twist with. And then that one is facing me. Then this pair, we're gonna basically put the connection of this pair in the middle, and we're gonna put that into where my hand is, basically. So we're gonna push that down into there, and then once we have it down into there, we're gonna twist the one that I was holding on to. We're going to twist that one with one of these from the new pair. So 1, 2, 3. And so that's how you have a quad. That's how you go from a dupe to a quad to a cluster. So I'll do it again one more time with the white so you can see it a little better. So let's start with the quad. So we have our 2 pairs again. We're going to cross them and then only twist the 2 on the top 3 times. Okay. Now this guy is going to be my favorite. So he's going to stay right here next to me. We're going to get our third pair, and we're going to basically have this hand where the pair connect to my hand in here that's holding this guy. Okay, so we find that, we go in between. So now that hand is holding both where the pair connect, which are these 2, and then where my favorite is. So now I'm gonna choose this one to twist with my favorite. So we're just gonna take it, twist under Mr. Favorite, and twist under Mr. Favorite one more time, and then take my other hand out, and we have our clusteroni. I'm gonna make maybe, start with the blue. So we release our air, same thing, cross, right? We're gonna make the X, and then we're going to tie that like a shoelace. And then that's our dupe. And then I already have one dupe, 2 dupes made now, so then we're gonna do a third. With this, cross again. And sometimes I like to do these first because they're quicker. But same thing, you're gonna take your 2 dupes, cross them, twist the top 3 times. You're gonna have your favorite. Take another pair, make your hands meet, and choose this one to cross with the favorite. 2. And then you have a cluster of 5-inch. So depending on how you wanna add these is how many of these you're gonna make. You can make clusters like this for your fillers. That's what we usually call the 5-inch balloons when we add them to our base, because all the big balloons will be connected as a base, and then these will just jump in as filling in the pockets. So hence the name fillers. So you can keep it like this. You can do a cluster of 6. I like to do maybe just pairs and quads, because sometimes a cluster of 6 in the 5-inch for a filler may not fit the holes that you're trying to fill up. You may not have a hole that big. So I like to keep my 5-inch balloons in dupes and quads, and then if I need to make a cluster, then I can make that, if that makes sense. So let's keep blowing up. Keep blowing up.